Today I have a new guest. His name is Mr. Raef. He is a songwriter, and I used to listen to his songs before I went to dental school. So I'm very excited for this episode. Before I begin and continue, maybe you can introduce yourself, and then we can start with the questions.
Sure. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Raef, and I write and sing songs.
Okay. I ask the questions direct. The first question is like all the questions are the same for every guest except two questions. So the first question is, how was your childhood?
My childhood. My childhood was good. Alhamdulillah. I had a good childhood. I'm very thankful that I had a childhood before the internet was around for most of my childhood. I had a lot of time to play, make mistakes, and learn. And I credit my parents for giving me such a wonderful childhood. And I know this is not your question, but I can't help but think of the children in Gaza who have been robbed of their childhood. It's literally at the forefront of my thinking these days because of what's going on. The level of trauma that they're experiencing is on another level. The brutality of the occupation, the violence that they're having has destroyed their childhood. So in that question, I'm very thankful for the childhood that I've had, alhamdulillah.
How's the relationship with your parents?
My relationship with my parents has been a good relationship. Alhamdulillah, I have both of my parents. And I'm thankful for that because I know not everyone has a good relationship with their parents. My parents came to the United States as graduate students. And so they cared a lot about our academics, me and my siblings. But they gave us, and they were willing to give us room and space to take risks, try things out, and sort of find our own path in life, which is rare from my parents' generation. They were born in the 50s. So yeah, alhamdulillah, I have a wonderful relationship with them, and I hope it stays that way.
Next question. How's your relationship with money?
What do you mean by money? Like, what do you mean?
Relationship with money, health relationship, that relationship.
I mean, money is important. I wish I didn't have to think about money, but I have bills to pay and family to feed, and it's unavoidable. But I guess I don't know what you mean by relationship.
With relationship is that sometimes some people have a really strict mindset about money. The thinking that everything is like when I have money, I'm going to spend everything. And this is like a kind of bad relationship because I'm going to be in debt. Or I know how to increase my money, even if I have little money or little amount of money. So it's just a relationship. Like, do you feel that your value is related to the amount of money you have, for example? Like the question is really quite open. So how, like when you think about money, like how do you feel?
I mean, it's just for me, it's just a fact of life. It's just the way the world is set up. You need money to have an impact. Nothing's for free. Like I said, I wish I didn't have to think about it, but you have to pay your bills and keep life moving. And so for me, money is just a fact. I don't know if I have a relationship with it, but it's just a fact of life, I guess.
What are you afraid of?
Afraid is a heavy word. Like, what do you mean by afraid? I mean, I'm afraid of heights, but I still climb trees.
It's direct and open. Like, what are you afraid of in general in life?
I mean, I'm concerned. I don't know about. I'm concerned about not living up to like my potential. I'm concerned, or I'm afraid of not using the blessings and the opportunities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me to do good in this world. I'm afraid of being asked on the day of judgment about these blessings and these opportunities and what I did with them. Yeah, I guess those are concerns slash fear.
So there's a question which is quite the opposite. If you were not afraid of anything, what would you do?
I mean, I did say I was afraid of heights, and so I've always wanted to jump off a plane and know how it feels to be flying amongst the clouds, skydiving, but I'm afraid of heights, and so I'm never going to do that.
Okay. Why did you choose to be a songwriter?
Why did I choose to be a songwriter? I'm not, I'm not sure if it was a conscious choice. It sort of happened gradually over time. Songwriting, making music has been a way for me to express my thoughts, my feelings, and it's something that I love to do, and I feel like it's where I can have some impact in this world, and so songwriting is what I do.
Is this related to your childhood, songwriting?
No, not exactly. I've always loved music, but for a lot of my childhood, when I think back during my childhood, a lot of it was just play, which is really important. I think, for any developing child, play is a very big part of the creative process. Play helps kids shape the world around them. It gives them an opportunity to interact with other kids, and I didn't write songs when I was a kid, but as I grew into adulthood, I found that was the best way to express my thoughts, my feelings, and I love doing it, and so it's a good fit.
Next question. What do you value most at Mini Muslims?
At Mini Muslims. Okay. So Mini Muslims is a platform that we started years ago to create songs and animations for Muslim kids, and I value the ability to connect to young minds. It's something that I really loved about my time as a classroom teacher. The opportunities I got to connect and interact with young people, and I miss that a lot since I left teaching. And so with Mini Muslims, it's a wonderful combination of my teaching world and my music and melody world, and I see real impact. I want kids to fall in love with Allah Azza wa Jal and His Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and so using song and animation as a powerful tool, I value the impact that I'm seeing with parents and helping them guide their kids on their journey towards loving Allah and their way of life.
Next question. If money is guaranteed for life, for you and your family, and your generation after you, but the condition is you have to choose a job, what would it be?
Choose a job. I mean, I guess I'd be doing. Well, I guess I'd be doing what I'm doing now. What do you mean by choose? What do you mean by choose a job?
Many people choose a job because they don't have money, or they work only for the money. But if money is guaranteed, like for you and for your generation after you, and you can choose like a job you like, and you can choose any job you want. What would it be?
I mean, I guess I'd be doing what I'm doing now. I mean, I would do anything that allows me to spend more time with my family. So any work that would involve that.
Okay. Because some people told me I would be a footballer, for example. So they wouldn't be, for example, a doctor or a dentist or something. They would be rather something in sports. So it's a good, okay. Actually, I will take this. Next question. Mr. Raef in one word.
Mr. I mean, I don't like describing myself, but in one word, flawed.
Okay. If you have your own heart in your hands, what would you advise?
Uh, be patient and let go.
What's the best moment in your life?
The best moment in my life. There's a lot of really good moments. One of my fondest memories, special moments, was during the day of Arafah on Hajj in 2019. It was an amazing day. It felt like nothing else mattered in the world. I was blessed to make Hajj in 2019, and standing on Mount Arafah. It was raining. I mean, it was a beautiful, beautiful moment. Um, that and the birth of my kids, those are really special moments that felt like nothing else mattered in the world.
Any regrets?
None that I can think of, to be honest. No regrets as of now.
So the ultimate question and the last question, what makes you?
What makes me me? Uh, uh, I like to learn new things and try them. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. And so I am someone who is flawed but trying and likes to try new things.
Okay, I'll take this. We're done with the interview. Direct and
Oh,
simple questions.
okay, cool.
Which is for some people very direct. Maybe it wasn't for you. But yeah, we're done. Do you have anything to say before we end?
No, and thank you for taking time out to do this. I really appreciate it, and